Okay, let's go again. So, H62. Anything interesting against the King's engine I think of? Maybe Petrosian system, D5, or Bishop G5. D5 and Bishop G5. Oh, he's varying. Okay, I'll play Bishop E3. I'll keep the knight just in case. Put it over here, protect D4. Oh, he's got a nice knight there. Okay, so Queen D3, just tempt him to double my pawns. Otherwise maybe castle on F4 later. I'll take that. I can just castle here for F4. That is a big knight, but I can bite on C5 and E5 potentially, I hope. If he takes and I have knight E4 then on C5. Knight B5 might be interesting here. Okay, so taking on E5. If I take on D4 now and then take on F5. Right. C5 is also, I don't know, interesting because rook C1. But E takes is interesting, I think, to try and win a pawn. If he hits the knight though, I'm not winning a pawn. He's winning B2. I'm playing knight A3 to C2, so I'll take that. This FG is particularly interesting, I think, this one. FG. I'm going to take care. It's essentially a piece up. Or is he? For example, I take on F8. I think he's essentially a piece up. Let's keep the knight for a moment. So, Queen B2. What about Rook B1? He's letting me just have a pawn. That's interesting. Okay, so B3, so I can just play knight C2. He's going to play for D3 later. We'll just FG here, just win this pawn. I hope that's okay. Right, the knight's offside there. Something like, how do I get this knight out of here? I take bishop first. If he takes, take with the king. He's got bishop H2. Alright, knight B1. Maybe just knight B1 to D2. I think he did better with rook F1 there. Is it my knight come back into the game? But he's got a 1.5 minute advantage here. Get the pawns off the dark squares. Knight F3, bishop F6, or knight E4. Knight E4 hits C5. That would be very useful. Now that C4 is protected. And he's got D3 for knight C5, bishop D4. Okay, I think knight c4 is worth considering here. Yeah, it keeps the b file. The knight's kind of juicy on c4. Keeps the b file safer. Maybe d6 is handy. But d3 is going to be dangerous. Okay. King. What do I get on my king? What do I do in this position? I think I need to bring the king somewhere. f3, e4, d5, without losing the rook. 1.5 minutes, a whole minute, more than a minute advantage on the clock. Rook d1, then I can play king e4 to d5. I guess he's going to stop that. No? Well, the king can be aggressive in endgames. If it goes to d5, then c5 is a bit of a problem. Or rook f1, drive the king away in this position, and then king c5. Even better. Or d7 even. This rook's kind of restricted. Right, so king e6 or king d6, king d6. There's no bishop f4 here. Right, if I hold on to that pawn for a sec, and also knight c6 is good, and knight stopping d3. I think knight c6 coming up, or the check. We'll get this bishop away. Well, anyway, 56 seconds. Come on, come on. Let's just try and win a bishop here. With d8. And try and win the d2 pawn or the c5 pawn. Oh, he's resigned here. Okay. Yeah, let me just get what I wanted here from the position all the time. At some point he just, I don't know why, he didn't play for, well, I mean, maybe he could just simply take on, I don't know, maybe not there, e4, but just take on b2 instead of this move. Just take on b2, or is that dangerous? Oh, the queen's protecting the knight, maybe fg there. Okay, that's a point. But surely, okay, it might be the case he was in a little bit of trouble. Okay, I don't know. Comments or questions on YouTube. Thanks very much.